Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you're a Green Bay Packers fan, you know how this franchise has always been about resilience, about turning challenges into opportunities. And right now, the team is in a fascinating position, especially when it comes to their secondary, which has been somewhat of a point of concern lately. The offseason has been full of rumors, potential moves, and strategic decisions, and one of the biggest stories emerging recently is the possible addition of Asante Samuel Jr. to the Packers roster. Yes, you heard that right. Samuel Jr., a talented cornerback with a lot of potential, might finally be heading to Green Bay, and that could be a game changer for the Packers' defense. But let's dig into the details, because this is more than just a rumor, it's a possible turning point for the team's future. First, let's talk about Samuel Jr. himself. Coming into the league in 2021, he was immediately recognized for his instincts, his ball-hawking ability, and his knack for being around the ball carrier. In his 4 seasons so far, he's proven he can be a playmaker, with 9 interceptions and 30 pass breakups, which highlights his ability to make crucial plays when it matters most. Despite some injury setbacks last season, where he only played 4 games due to a shoulder injury, Samuel Jr. still maintained impressive career stats. Over those 4 seasons, he's allowed just 161 receptions for 109 yards, and despite being targeted 259 times, he's only given up 14 touchdowns. That's no small feat in today's NFL, where offenses are more explosive than ever. His 2024 season, however, was a bit of a letdown due to injury, limiting his exposure on the field. He allowed a 66.7% reception rate for 128 yards with just 1 pass breakup in those 4 games. But as we all know, one season doesn't define a player's entire career. Samuel Jr. is still only 25 years old, which means he has plenty of room to grow and refine his skills. His game is built on great instincts, quick recognition, and a natural ability to be around the ball, which are traits that coaches dream about in a cornerback. And considering his age, he's entering what could be his prime years, making him a very attractive target for teams looking to solidify their secondary. Now, why is this such a big deal for the Packers? Well, the team has been facing some issues in their secondary. Jaire Alexander, who's been a cornerstone in the Packers' defense for years, is rumored to be on the trade block. If that happens, the Packers will need to find someone to fill that void, someone with talent, experience, and the potential to develop into a true shutdown corner. Keisean Nixon and Nate Hobbs are currently starters, but the depth behind them isn't exactly overwhelming. Adding Samuel Jr. could immediately bolster that unit, giving the Packers a more reliable pass defense, which has struggled at times this past season. The team allowed the 8th highest completion percentage in the league, with 67.4% and over 600 yards through the air. That's a clear indication that the secondary needs reinforcement, and Samuel Jr. fits that bill perfectly. Another interesting aspect is the fact that Samuel Jr. and Jordan Love share the same agent, Athletes First. This isn't just a coincidence, it's a strategic move that could make negotiations smoother and faster. The Packers have been known for their savvy offseason moves, and this connection might tip the scales in their favor if they decide to pursue him aggressively. Remember, the Packers had done extensive research on Samuel Jr. back in 2021, and they were willing to pick him in the 2nd round if he'd fallen to pick 30. That shows how highly they value his talent and potential. Now, with a more pressing need in the secondary, the opportunity to finally bring him into Green Bay makes a lot of sense. Let's also consider the bigger picture. The Packers have been navigating some uncertainty, especially with the future of their quarterback, Jordan Love. Rumors have been swirling about a potential trade request from Love, which could shake up the team's core. In this context, strengthening the defense becomes even more crucial. A reliable cornerback like Samuel Jr. could be a cornerstone for the defense, providing stability and playmaking ability, and it could also give the team flexibility to explore trades involving other key players. The secondary is often overlooked, but it's the backbone of a successful defense. With Samuel Jr., the Packers could not only improve their pass defense, but also send a message that they're serious about contending for the playoffs and beyond. Now, talking about the draft, the Packers haven't truly addressed the cornerback position in a meaningful way. They've been relatively quiet in free agency so far, which makes this potential signing even more strategic. Adding Samuel Jr. would be a statement move, a sign that they're committed to fixing the secondary and putting their best foot forward for the upcoming season. It's about more than just filling a roster spot. It's about making a statement that Green Bay is back in the game, ready to challenge the NFC powers once again. His ability to play both zone and man coverage, along with his instincts and ball skills, would make him a perfect fit for the Packers' defensive scheme. And let's not forget the historical perspective. The Packers have a rich history of developing talented defensive backs, from Charles Woodson to Tramon Williams, and more recently Jaire Alexander. Samuel Jr. has the potential to add to that lineage, especially if he continues to develop and refine his game. His age works perfectly in their favor, giving them years of potential growth and contribution. If he joins Green Bay, he could become a key piece of the puzzle, helping the team contend for championships in the coming years. We also need to consider the division and the NFC North landscape. The Bears are making moves, the Lions are on the rise, and the Vikings are always competitive. For the Packers, reinforcing the secondary with a player of Samuel Jr.'s caliber could be the missing piece to keep them competitive and even push for a division title. It's no secret that the NFC North has become more competitive, and the Packers need to be strategic in their roster moves. Bringing in a talented young cornerback like Samuel Jr. would send a strong message. They're here to compete, and they're not backing down from the challenge. In terms of expectations, if Samuel Jr. joins Green Bay, he could immediately step into a starting role, especially if Jaire Alexander is traded or if there's a shakeup in the cornerback room. His ball-hawking skills and ability to make plays could elevate the entire secondary. Green Bay's coaching staff has always been good at developing talent, and Samuel Jr. would be eager to prove himself on this stage. Plus, with his familiarity with Jordan Love, thanks to sharing the same agent, their chemistry could develop quickly, leading to a more cohesive defensive unit. Looking ahead, the Packers coaching staff will need to craft a plan to integrate Samuel Jr. smoothly into their scheme. They'll likely focus on leveraging his strengths, his instincts, his ability to read plays, and his quick reaction times. With the right coaching and a bit of luck with health, Samuel Jr. could be a cornerstone of Green Bay's defense for years to come. And for the fans, that's an exciting prospect. The idea of adding a young, talented cornerback who's already shown flashes of brilliance is a big deal. It could mean the difference between a good season and a great one. And as we wrap up, let's consider the broader implications. If the Packers manage to sign Samuel Jr., it might even accelerate their plans to trade Jaire Alexander if the right offer comes along. That could open up even more cap space and draft opportunities, giving the team more flexibility in shaping their roster for the future. It's a strategic move that aligns with the Packers' long-term vision of building a competitive and sustainable contender. Samuel Jr. could be the missing link that pushes the defense over the edge, helping Green Bay regain its status as a powerhouse in the NFC. So, folks, this is more than just a rumor. It's a story that has the potential to reshape the Packers' secondary, and by extension, their entire season. The club's decision-makers are undoubtedly aware of Samuel Jr.'s talent, and if they pull the trigger, it could be one of the smartest moves of the offseason. For us fans, it's an exciting time. We get to watch a young, talented player aiming to make his mark in Green Bay, and we get the chance to witness the team evolve and improve, step by step, game by game. The future is bright, and with Samuel Jr. possibly donning the green and gold, that future looks even more promising. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Samuel J.R. is the perfect fit for the Packers? Are you excited about the possibility of him joining the team and helping them compete at the highest level? Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Green Bay Packers. Remember, this is a fan community, and every voice counts, so don't hold back. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news. Whether it's roster moves, draft insights, or game analysis, I'll be here to bring you the most comprehensive coverage possible. Thanks for sticking with us, and as always, go Pack Go!